Hi guys, I hope you all had an enjoyable Monday off. But today we are going to get started with an informational video on what you're going to be completing this week in language arts. So obviously you can see my Schoology page in front of you. What you're going to do, you are going to get into language arts, whatever hour you happen to have me. And you are going to scroll down until you see week 3. You're going to click on that folder. When you open that folder, you are going to notice that you see a folder that says Tuesday through Thursday. This week, you are not going to see separate folders for each day because you are only going to have one larger assignment that you are going to be working on throughout all 3 days. So when you click on that folder, this is what should pop up. So you will see that the first thing is your warm-up for Tuesday morning. So you are going to need to complete that. And then the Labor Day instructional video is what you're watching right now. You are then going to see your Labor Day packet open with Cami. This is the packet that you are going to be working on all throughout the week. So when you finish, you are only submitting that one packet to me as you finish it. You are not going to have a separate assignment you submit every single day. You will see down below that you do have a warm-up for Wednesday and Thursday as well. So please make sure that you are completing a warm-up every single day. So we are going to go ahead and click on Labor Day Packet, open with Cami. And then again, give it a few seconds to load until you see that Cami button pop up that says Open Assignment with Cami. We're going to click on that, and it is going to open our assignment in a new tab. Again, give it a few seconds to load. Okay, so this is what you should see when you first open up the Cami assignment. Now, one thing I want to talk about before we get into the actual assignment is what I have up here. We need to get into the routine of putting our name and hour on our assignments. I have a lot of you guys every single day, and it makes it a lot easier when I'm going through and I'm grading assignments if your name and hour are already on there for me. So the first thing we want to do is click on this text box and add in our name. And then whatever hour you have me. So maybe you have language arts second hour, okay? So adding our name and our hour up in the top. Now, like I said, I'm gonna go through the entire packet with you in this video. However, what you choose to work on each day is up to you. You can do as much or as little as you want, as long as it is ready to be submitted by the due date. This is what you'll be working on for the entire week. So the first page you are going to notice is the history of Labor Day reading, okay? So you are just going to go through and complete the reading portion. You are going to notice that there are certain key vocabulary terms highlighted, and that will be important on our next page. Now, whenever you are done for the day, please make sure you go up to this turn in button, you click on it, you make sure that auto save is check marked, and you also hit that save now button. This will just ensure that whatever work you've completed along the way is being saved, so that when you open it again next time, you can just move on from where you left off. So please make sure that you are checking those 2 items before exiting out that tab. Page 2 is going to show you the 5 vocabulary words that you saw highlighted within the text. It is going to tell you what part of speech the word is. It is going to give you a definition, And then it is going to give you the word in a sentence to help you understand exactly what these vocabulary terms mean. Then as we scroll down, we're going to read the directions. It says choose the best vocabulary word from the list above to insert into each blank. You're also going to notice that you have a note from me that says each term will only be used once. That means that you are only going to use these 5 terms one time in these 5 sentences. You will not use one of those terms twice. So you're going to read through the sentence and you're going to ask yourself, based on those definitions, what vocabulary term would fit best there? If it makes it easier for you, you can absolutely go into your drawing tool and X out a word as you use it. That way you know you only have these 4 words left for the rest of those sentences. Moving on to page 3. Page 3 is going to be reading comprehension questions. And you're going to notice that there is some notes from me off to that left-hand side that give you some information on where you can find the answer to that question. So for example, question number 1 says, in your own words, summarize the events in 1894 that caused Labor Day to become a national holiday. And over here, you're going to see that the answer to that question will be found in paragraph 2. So go ahead and go back to paragraph 2, read it over again, and then provide the answer. Now, all of these should be answered using complete sentences. That means that your sentence should start with a capital and it should end with punctuation. Please make sure you are checking those grammatical errors because I will start counting off for those items. It's something I'm seeing a lot as you guys are turning in your work thus far. So please make sure you are checking capitalization, punctuation, and spelling prior to submitting an assignment. You're also going to notice on questions 2 and 5, I wrote the word opinion off to the left-hand side. Now, what that means is that you are not going to find a direct answer within the text. You are going to have to formulate your own opinion based on what you read and the knowledge that you have. Moving on to the next page, you are going to read over this information and take a look at the 2 charts. This is moving into talking about the school year and a traditional calendar versus a balanced calendar. So you're going to see the different times off that you get, how long they are, and you're going to look over each calendar. On our next page, you are going to see a chart for traditional school calendar and balanced school calendar. And you're going to see underneath them, they've broken it up into 2 sections, pros and cons. Pros mean what are good things about that calendar. Cons mean what are bad things about that calendar. You're also going to see that I've broke it up into sections, meaning that you have to give me 3 pros and 3 cons for both the traditional calendar and the balanced calendar. Now, you are not going to find those exact pros and cons listed on the previous page. You are going to have to use your own knowledge and insight based on those charts to come up with some pros and cons. There are no perfect right or wrong answers here, okay? So for example, the traditional school calendar, one of the pros that I might put is that there are long vacation times which give us time to travel. If we go back up to the traditional calendar, you'll see that you have a whole 60 days off for summer vacation. That leaves a lot of time to book a vacation or to do some traveling. A con, on the other hand, that I might come up with is that summer activities are too expensive for some families. So that's a long period of time that you're not in school, but you're also possibly not being able to afford some of the fun summer activities that we think of. Now, are those two items stated directly in the text above? No, they are not. That is my knowledge based on seeing that there are 60 full days off for a traditional calendar. Okay, again, there are no perfect right or wrong answers here. It is purely your information that you can think of for why a traditional and a balanced school calendar might be good or bad. At the bottom of this page, you are going to see a portion for writing. And it says, which calendar do you like best? Provide 2 reasons to support your opinion. You're also going to see my note off here saying 6 to 8 sentences required. Again, this is purely an opinion paragraph. Based on what you read, would you prefer to have a traditional school calendar or a balanced school calendar? As long as you provide reasons, your answer is correct. And feel free to use some of the information that you put up here on the chart within your paragraph, okay? Now, our last page within the Labor Day packet is a word search. You're going to see the words down below that you are trying to find. I highly suggest that you use the markup tool for this portion because it kind of gives you a highlighting tool, okay? So it allows you to highlight within the word search. And that is going to be the end of your Labor Day packet. So again, to summarize, you are not doing all of this on Monday. You are choosing maybe a small portion of it to complete on Monday. You're coming back up here to the turn in button. You're making sure that auto save is on, and you are clicking that save now button. That way, the next day when you come back to the Labor Day packet, you can open it with Cami and your changes will still be there, okay? This entire packet will be due on Sunday of this week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or message me on Cami. Thank you, guys.